All right, welcome back to the Net to Net podcast. I'm your host, Sam Kelty, aka Scout, aka Belt. I'm here with Casey and Caleb Kirsch. The boys are back. I don't think we've been on a podcast all together in a very long time. We back. Today we're going to talk about the Copa America final preview. We're also going to touch on the Euro final that just happened just a few minutes ago, as well as talking about our team, the Columbus Crew, and versus LAFC game last night. So, yeah, we're going to get started here. Casey, we'll swing it to you.
What a great game, I will say. Spain dominated this game. And I don't care what anyone says. They deserve to win. They deserve to be in the final. All the controversy versus Germany and in previous rounds, they deserve to be here. They deserve to win. They dominated England. Okay, 65% possession, 16 shots. Dude, they looked unreal. England couldn't keep the ball off them. Lamine Yamal looks like the next superstar of the world. You know, in FIFA when they have one of the world's best, that's going to be him here soon. And I couldn't be happier for him. Barca's going to get Nico Williams here soon. And Spain's at their best when they have top-tier Barca players. And they're dominated by Barca. So Spain are in a really good spot right now. They deserve to win this tournament. On the other side, though, England. They kind of had a walk-in-the-park tournament. They kind of didn't look great the entire tournament, yet ended up in the final somehow. Southgate's got to go. He should have gone before. He should have gone after the World Cup. They kept him around, and they're showing why that was a bad decision. Yes, Sam. He should have been gone, dude. He should have been gone a long time ago. But either way, Bellingham carried England to the final. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't get him over the top. He's a midfielder. He's not playing striker like he did for Madrid. Harry Kane was a ghost the entire tournament, and Palmer almost saved the day for him. But all in all, England should be better at the 2026 World Cup under a new manager. They have all the talent in the world, but Spain were the better team today.
First of all, I just want to say this is not dominated by Barcelona players. There was one on the field, and that was Lamine Yamal. Just wanted to point that out.
No, but Nico's going to be a Barca player.
Nico is still an Atletico.
He's not going to be there.
He's still an Atletico Bilbao player.
When he gets signed to Barca.
He's still a Bilbao player. He is not a Barcelona fan or Barcelona player. This team was very overall not really a Madrid or Barcelona heavy team. It was pretty, honestly, most dominating was you had two Atletico Bilbao players out there. This game was all in all, it was a great game by Spain, I would say, definitely. We know it was exciting game to watch. Like you said, Spain deserved to be here. They destroyed their group stage, and they destroyed all their competition. Their closest game was against Germany. And then on the other side, I think Southgate, honestly, I think he deserves to stay. Without Southgate, without Southgate, they have not gotten farther than the round of 16 in a major tournament with England. Southgate's come; they've gone to two Euro finals and a quarterfinal of a World Cup. I think he's doing great, and that's not hard to say. Because
hold on. Have you watched England play?
Oh, I've watched England.
You think that they're playing well? I really have a serious issue with that one.
I don't.
I think we just watched 90 minutes versus Spain where they got dominated. 90 minutes versus Netherlands where they got dominated. Barely slacking by Slovakia because of a very good shot.
I'm not saying they played good this tournament. I'm just saying I think Southgate's the best coach for them that's available, that they have at their disposal. Pep's not available. Klopp's not available. you're really left with not a ton of
You're making it seem like Southgate is on the same level as those guys. What are you talking about? Have you watched that game?
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that he's on the same level. I'm just saying there's not that many good coaches that are available right now to go out and get with Southgate. I think
there's people that could make England play a lot better than they have this tournament.
I think it was personnel.
Personnel?
Like
what do you mean personnel?
Like players on the field, like the correct players on the field.
Who chooses the people?
That's what I'm saying. I think Southgate.
And who chooses them?
I'm saying he didn't have a ton of options.
Yourself, man.
He didn't have a ton of options to pick from.
A ton of options.
At left back, without Shaw playing, they had a bunch of right backs to pick from. Like, you don't have a pure left-footed left back playing. There's one issue
Ollie
there.
Watkins. They had Cole Palmer. Could have started either one of them.
Can they play left back?
They played.
Are we really asking Cole Palmer and Ollie Watkins to play left back?
No, not left back, dude.
I'm talking about left back.
Are you joking?
I am literally.
You really thought I was talking about left back?
I've been talking about left back. I don't know what you've been talking about.
No, we were talking about the players that he had at his disposal. Okay, and
yeah,
all the players.
I'm looking at position from position. I started first with left back. Outside of Luke Shaw, you don't have a left-footed left back. There's no Chilwell on the roster. There's no. I can't even name another England left back. That's how bad of a poll they have.
So one position is gonna.
No, I think
because they don't have a good left back.
Honestly,
the whole team plays worse than they actually are.
Honestly, I would have pulled up an injured Harry Maguire at this point. Because because he's that player that
you gonna play him at left back, Sam?
No, at center back. That's what I'm saying. When he puts on that England jersey, he's a different player. You see it from players.
Okay, Sam, we're gonna cut you off here. Let's
people, they would attack you, Sam, for all these.
Let's think about this, Sam. Let's think about this, Sam. Phil Foden and Harry Kane were complete ghosts the entire time.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
Who chooses the players? Who chooses them?
Southgate.
And did he make a correct decision or an incorrect decision?
So you're telling me you're benching Harry Kane for a final?
Yes.
Who got them there? Who scored the goal to get him there?
Kane scored and Ollie Watkins scored.
When did Kane score? The first game when it was a tap-in with the goalie missing the cross? Come on.
He scored the penalty against the Dutch.
Yeah, which wasn't a penalty, first of all.
Yeah, which wasn't a penalty, but he still scored the penalty.
And I like how you just contradicted yourself again. You said England deserved to make the final, and then you say they shouldn't have got that penalty. We'll go on.
If I'm Southgate, I would change the formation. I would play a 4-2-2. Now, hear me out. I would play a 4-2-2. In this final, I would have played Harry Kane and Ollie Watkins up front together.
A 4-2-2-2, Sam.
I would say a 4-2-2 or 4-4-2. Sorry. I am so dumb. Wow, I didn't even know what I said. 4-2-2.
I said you're cut off, bro. Just stop.
All I'm saying is I would play a 4-4-2.
Let me recap.
No. Let me say something.
Southgate needs to know. Sam doesn't know what he's talking about. And that's pretty much it. That is the moral of this game is Southgate needs to go. He should be done. He should have already been gone.
Yeah,
but he stuck around.
I don't know, because we're taking it from someone that said Berhalter couldn't have been gone after losing in the group stage. You, my friend, said Berhalter should not be fired.
That's a deflection. That's a very strong deflection.
But you're saying a guy that gets to the finals.
I said he won't be gone.
But you're saying a guy that gets to a final.
Everyone in the chat, I think Southgate and Berhalter should both be out. They're both atrocious managers. Yep. Get rid of them both.
Yep.
Berhalter, fine. Yeah, we were literally home all 5 games or whatever. We barely even played well in any of them. And then the other one was Southgate. He shoots himself in the foot every time. He leaves people on the bench that are better form, a.k.a. Watkins, Trent, Palmer.
Trent has not been in form.
Palmer.
You can't say Trent in that set.
Trent in the first 3 games had the most chance created. He played like literally a game and a half. Don't even. Walker was atrocious. He's the reason that they got scored on too. He consistently plays this man when he's a pace merchant and he can't do it without Pep. Literally the same thing happened in Euro 2016. England lost to Iceland because of that man, and they keep him in the starting lineup for all these years. When you have England had like 5 shots. If you take out the end where they had 3 headers in a row, they had like 2 or 3 shots, good shots. You really tell me this guy deserves his job when he leaves the best creator on the whole freaking team on the bench for the whole tournament, except for a game and a half? You're kidding me? He should be gone at this moment, gone. But I already saw before the game, whether he loses, he wins. He could win 10-0, he could lose 10-0. He's going to get the job anyways. So, Sam, you're going to be happy about that. But England fans will not. If you scroll on TikTok right now, all the England fans, and scroll on Twitter, all the England fans, they call this man a freaking terrorist football coach. They think he's horrible. I see one man from England, and I see Skelt. That's it defending the man. That's it. That's it.
I just think
I cannot stand England. Keep him. I hope they keep him. I hope they keep him because I love hate watching England so much. I hate watching them the entire tournament. I hate watching them the entire tournament, and they play horrible the entire time. Who was proven right? Keeping Trent on the bench was horrible decision. And who got them to the game? The Netherlands game? Trent. Thank you. You guys can go now.
All I would say is even if Trent was on the field,
they would have created more chances.
They're not beating the Spain.
They would have created more chances. And Trent understands positions a little bit better. We have Walker running around looking with his head. Right back, center mid, either one. It doesn't matter.
Right back?
Either one.
They're still giving up that goal if Trent's there, though.
No, because Trent would not be floating around randomly, not in his position.
Trent literally gave up the same exact goal to Vinny Jr. in the Champions League final.
No, not the same goal whatsoever. Not the same goal whatsoever. Not the same goal whatsoever.
On the back stick.
Not the same goal whatsoever. And if you think that crossing the ball into the middle and then passing it to the other side is the same as Valverde's cross from one sideline to the other side of the box is the same, I don't know, man. You might need. I care. Spain, on the other hand, did not have a. You guys said it was should have made it easily. They had a clear handball in the box, and they didn't call that. VAR just shut off for some reason. So, apart from that, Spain deserved it. They had one controversial call go their way. Germany should have got a penalty for that.
Were they the best team in the tournament?
Spain was the best team. I will admit that.
Exactly.
So they deserved to be there.
And Germany was the second best team, and they got robbed.
They beat Germany.
They got robbed.
I could agree with that. Germany was the second best team.
And they got robbed by a penalty
but
didn't get called.
The best team won. Hence, Spain won.
Okay. Had Germany made that penalty, who knows what would have happened? Who knows?
That's a good point.
I thought VAR was supposed to protect the game. It's not helping the game because,
that's why VAR
like Sam likes to always point out, the better team doesn't always win. Leverkusen went on a 50-game win streak this year, or not unbeaten streak, and they lost in the final.
They're the best team in.
And they lost in the final. That's what I'm saying. Anything can happen.
Well, Atlanta beat Liverpool. I mean, they're a pretty good team this year.
That is true. They did beat Liverpool. They outplayed us. We were the better team, but they outplayed us easily.
Wait, wait. You're the better team, but they outplayed you?
Yeah. Overall, we literally just got ranked number 4 in the entire world. But okay.
You're literally the favorites to win.
So you're saying your team is better, but you didn't play better.
Yeah,
you're saying we were the better team, but we played worse. That doesn't make sense.
Anyways, I think Southgate will get extended, though, and it's going to be an unfortunate. It's going to be an unfortunate thing for England fans because there's already so much hate on the England squad from England fans this year. Think about 2026 when all this pressure is mounting for 2 years. It is going to be something else.
Well, if you say Southgate out, then who would take over Southgate's spot? They're not going to wait. Actually. They're not going to wait 2 years for Pep to become available, or for heavens knows Carlo Ancelotti comes available, or Jurgen comes available. They're not going to wait a year. They're not going to go without a coach during the qualifiers for a whole year.
It'll be someone English.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know about that because they've had non-English coaches in the past. You think of Capella, Jorgensen. Yeah. Off the top of my head, those are 2 non-English coaches. No English coaches really had success with the national team for a while.
Or the Premier League.
or the Premier League. Look at the what was the best
Zidane? What if they want Zidane, Sam?
No, I don't think that happens because he doesn't speak English. and I don't think he wants.
He wouldn't do it because there's too much pressure. He would never do it. It's too much pressure.
He only wants France, but France said they're committed to Deschamps until 2026, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because Deschamps is in the same boat now. I think the problem with France is they're gonna pull a Germany and keep their coach way too long, and then get rid of him when it's too late.
This tournament
that's what Germany
a flop
did
for France too.
The only person I could see taking over the England job if he was available would be Nagelsmann. I think Nagelsmann could do a job, but he's not available.
Yeah.
But I just think that I could see Spain and France pulling the same thing Germany did, waiting too long to fire their coach and then firing when it's too late, because that's what they did with Jurgen Low. I think after the 2014 World Cup, Germany started to go downhill with Jurgen, and I think that's going to happen with England, and I think that's what's going to happen with France. It's just not going to work well.
Well, and Germany's great players, except apart from Kroos, pretty much kind of went downhill.
Yeah, but with France, they still have great players, and they dropped Griezmann, which was probably the right decision because he's just not as good.
And every other tournament that Griezmann's played in for France, he's been unreal.
Yeah, it's just really showing how old he is. But all in all, I think Spain, outside of the Germany game, which we could go back forth and say who was the better team in that one, they deserved to be in this final, and they showed why. The fact that you can sub out Rodri at halftime and bring on Zubamendi and you win 2-1, and you don't miss a beat, that just shows how deep the Spanish team is. And is this a chance that we see? Is this going to be a second coming of the another golden generation in Spain, like Casey mentioned, with Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams? Yeah, Alvaro Morata probably won't be around in 2026. Danny Olmo, most likely Rodri, Carvajal,
your boy Cucurella too,
and Laporte. Yeah, Laporte probably won't be around for the 2026 World Cup. Maybe there's a slight chance, depending on what's. And we're talking about Cucurella. We're thinking that you still have Balde from Barcelona, who didn't play in this competition.
You're gonna have Gavi. You're gonna have Pedri.
Pedri's back. You have Zubamendi, who's youngish. Fernan Torres and Grimaldo still.
I think Rodri will be fine.
Rodri will probably still be
plenty fine.
Everybody else outside of the youngsters we named, like Morata, Carvajal, Laporte, and Unai, they're going to be up in the air if they return. And then let's see if
I can see Unai staying and starting again.
And then let's see what happens with De La Fuente. See if he stays on as the manager. See if he doesn't get offers to become a coach somewhere with the club team. Could we see him stepping down and Pep taking the role after the City? There's a possibility. Pep has said he wants to manage a national team before he retires, so.
He's got a lot of years, though.
Yeah, he does, I would say. But outside of that, I think Spain played really well. Do you think Jude Bellingham now wins the Ballon d'Or with losing the Euro final?
I still think he does. Just because I think him and Vinny were neck and neck, and whoever did better in this tournament or their respective tournaments would win the Ballon d'Or. And I think Bellingham still had a really good tournament, regardless if England lost or not in the final. And Vinny really didn't do anything in Copa, so I would give the edge here to Bellingham. I think he deserved it. He came into Real Madrid and kind of dominated. A lot of his last minute goals won them games that they wouldn't have won otherwise. Vinny obviously had a great season as well. That's why he was neck and neck, scored countless goals in the knockouts of the Champions League and everything. So very clutch moments. But I would give it the edge to Bellingham here, just for how he did internationally.
Yeah, I just want to mention that both Jude and Vinny in their respective tournaments, they both finished with 2 goals, 0 assists. But Vinny got to the quarterfinals and Bellingham got to the finals. Caleb, what do you think?
Better player, but I think Jude is probably first in the ranking. I don't know if I were the one making the decision, I would say that Bellingham deserves it more than Vinny. I think Vinny's a small step above him. But a country called Costa Rica shut Vinny down, and that really put a thing in his brain, I think, and he didn't really have a good rest of the tournament. He hasn't had a good running with Brazil in general, so...
Well, he got shut down and then scored 2 goals the next game. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, so he got shut down by Jalen Mitchell, who's now in Feyenoord, so... yeah, Brazil is something with this tournament. That their midfield is kind of strange the way that they set that up a little bit. I thought with João Gomez, I wasn't expecting him to be the guy for them, and just Endrick not having a strong tournament when we saw him in those international friendlies, and he was going off, and that game against Uruguay without making a pass apart from the kickoff too. So Brazil is something else. I feel like once Vinny goes back to Madrid, it'll shift back to him in a couple games because he's just something else with Madrid. I still think he's the best player in the world over Jude Bellingham, which I don't think Jude Bellingham really had that great of a tournament apart from.
You think he's better than Mbappe?
Vinicius, yeah.
Ooh, I don't think so.
And I think he will be better than Mbappe at Real Madrid next year as well. And I said that last year as well. Like this past year, I said when he goes to Madrid, he's going to be a better player still.
I agree that Vinny's better than Mbappe right now, but I think you're underrating Mbappe going to Madrid. I think Mbappe might surpass him to win a Ballon d'Or, not this year but next year, with the help of Vinny and Rodrigo and Bellingham. But we can all agree that it will be a Real Madrid player that takes home the Ballon d'Or this year.
I mean,
yeah.
Mbappe had 2 unreal playmakers on his team, and he still didn't win the Ballon d'Or. How is he going to do it on Real Madrid?
Well, that is true.
He wins the Champions League, though.
Yeah, if he wins the Champions League and scores in the same amount.
But I don't think he'll play as well as Vinny will. Vinny doesn't need all the stuff.
He'll play striker. I think he'll do just fine.
He'll do great. No, he'll do very well, I think. I just don't think he'll be better than Vinny.
I think he definitely could win it if Kroos was still there.
Kroos doesn't play. He plays sideways passes and backwards passes.
Breaks the lines.
No, I'm just messing.
But yeah, Real Madrid have 4 of the 4 of
Modric
the 5.
pushes the ball forward. Come on, man.
Real Madrid do have 4 of the 5 right now in the top 5 for the Ballon d'Or, with Rodri being that odd man out.
I would probably say if I were picking Ballon d'Or, I'd put Rodri number 1. It might be a hipster take, I don't know, but I would say Rodri's the best player. The Euros. Because everyone says European competitions matter the most. That's what everyone says.
Yeah, but they also mean what you do for club, and yes, outside of the
Rodri's
Euros,
been unreal for club too.
He has been unreal. But if you look at it head to head, Real Madrid beat City.
Did you say that Bellingham's had a better Euros or Rodri? So I think that's an easy answer.
Rodri, obviously.
Yes. So,
but you have to look at club and country. And what Bellingham did for club, winning a Ballon d'Or in his first season, or not?
He gets the stat. He obviously has better stats than Rodri. Rodri isn't a scorer.
But
overall, Rodri's a better player.
Yeah, but it also comes down.
Rodri's a better player. I agree with that.
But it comes down to trophy.
But I don't think he's going to win it. He didn't have a better season.
Yeah. How many trophies did City win this season, other than the Premier League? Yeah, they lost to United. They didn't make Liverpool won the other one, so they won 1. Bellingham comes out and wins 3, wins a treble in his first season.
He won the Super Cup. Actually, never mind. Yeah,
they won that. I think this year. I also do think this year, like I mentioned in previous podcasts.
But that was before the Ballon d'Or ceremony, wasn't it?
What, the Community Shield?
Yeah, and the Super Cup.
That
wouldn't even count. That wouldn't even count.
I don't know, because they count the Super Cup as a tournament or whatever, because it technically
could be Messi, man.
Madrid's playing in 7. Oh god!
If he wins tonight, does he win it?
Yeah,
Patrick in the final.
All right, switching gears to that now. Now we talk about Copa, because that's just another crap. You'll be seeing a nice Colombian jersey on after this.
I can't believe you're rooting for him.
I'm going to go ahead and say this before you say anything, Skelt. Argentina's going to win 2-0 or 3-1. I'm already saying it. I want Colombia. I do want Colombia fans.
I do want to. I'm going 2-1. Hamez Rodriguez, 2 assists. both to Luis Diaz. Di Maria scores his final.
Luis Diaz does not score that many goals.
He will score tonight.
Di Maria will score his final goal for Argentina to cap off an amazing career with
he
the
scores in every
Argentines.
final there is.
I know, that's just the weird thing. Messi, if they win this, he'll be carried by Di Maria again. But I think
this is the psyche of people that hate Messi right here, guys. You just saw it live right here. He just said that Messi got carried last Copa.
He carried last Copa. Tournament. He hasn't had a great tournament this tournament.
And who do you think the GOAT is, Sam?
Yeah, boy, CR7.
And how is his tournament? 30 shots, 0 goals, 50 free kicks, 100 misses. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here.
Hey, Messi. If Messi,
it was one of the most.
If Messi didn't score against what's his faces against Canada, he would have the same stat.
If Ronaldo didn't make that pass, it would have single-handedly been the most selfish tournament I've ever seen in my entire life, by far. It might have been even with the assist.
But you can't tell me this tournament Messi has actually done stuff.
Chances at least. I'm like somewhat.
Barely.
Barely.
He hasn't done anything.
Also fallen off a lot more than Messi has.
Anyways, Colombia's put up a good fight this tournament.
You forget, you guys are underrating Colombia right now. They are 28 games unbeaten. They haven't lost in 2 years. They are the most informed team. They probably just beat the best. They beat the best team in Copa America, in Uruguay. Who, yes, Uruguay is better than Argentina right now. Yep, put that down. Yep. You want me to go get my Uruguay jersey? Because I got 2.
They're not in it, so why do you care?
I'm just saying, Uruguay is better than Argentina.
Wrong.
Yes, and also
Sam, I thought you're the one who always hates on Darwin Nunez.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I haven't even got to Darwin.
Oh, no. Darwin and Trent are in the closest to Messi, but not quite Messi, Casey. You got to know it. You got to know it.
I will say Darwin because Ronaldo's not done anything in the last 5 years.
Okay.
Literally, Yamal has more goals and assists and knockouts than Ronaldo does.
Okay. He's also younger and
he's younger. He's 16.
And a lot more mobile than Ronaldo is.
Team Ronaldo wasn't mobile now?
No, he was.
Oh, wait, he didn't even make it out of the group because the USA beat him out.
Right now, the top 2 most missed... I was just going to say the 2 top most missed chances right now is Darwin Nunez and Messi.
Yeah, well, Messi had more goals in these tournaments.
Messi has Ronaldo. 1 goal. Okay.
So more. I don't know why you're talking about Ronaldo.
Hey, Darwin has 2 goals, buddy. So you can take his name out of your mouth.
Hey,
more goals than Ronaldo.
I think we can all agree though. Liverpool players really show up for their country, but don't show up for Liverpool. Gakpo has been on form in the Euros.
Alisson wasn't.
McAllister's been amazing.
Oh my gosh! Did you not just hear what I said?
No, Caleb. He said they were really good for their countries.
Yeah, he's good for club too. Are you kidding me? Did you not watch McAllister at all this year? He's gonna be one of the Puskas Award goals.
I would take Gakpo right now for the Netherlands over what he's done at Liverpool. I would take Darwin Nunez, what he did up on the run up to Copa America with Uruguay, over what he did at Liverpool. Alisson is a hit or miss.
Gakpo had a good season. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He had a couple good bad games, but that doesn't mean the whole season's bad. And they were playing him in the freaking 8. Have you ever seen Gakpo play in the 8? It's about positions. He hasn't consistently played left wing for Liverpool.
What about Van Dijk? Did he play better for Netherlands or for Liverpool?
I would say he's a little bit better for Liverpool.
He struggled.
I would say Netherlands.
Netherlands.
No,
but he did struggle in the last game. He did struggle.
No, that's De Vrij who let Watkins run right through him.
Not the last game. 2 games ago. 2 games ago.
Against who? Romania when they won 3-0? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Turkey.
Against Turkey, that was...
He's the one... He literally gave Turkey their goal.
A cross is him giving him a goal? Do you hear what you're saying?
Bro, he literally, on the corner...
Making a clearance gives the ball...
He cleared it right to Guler! He cleared it right to Guler!
30 yards out! That's what a defender does! Where did you play defender? Did you play defender? If you clear the ball out of your box, that's a win. And his cross counts as Van Dijk score.
No, it's a win if you clear it and it either goes out of bounds or goes to your team. It's not a win.
Casey, do you hear what is happening?
Of course I do.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Guler makes a perfect cross. Guler makes a perfect cross, and that's Van Dijk's fault now?
Because he cleared it right to him. He cleared it right to him.
Dev, you're on one today, bro.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, okay.
You don't know what you're talking about. Clearing a ball out of the box.
All right, getting back.
Name one time when Van Dijk got beat the entire tournament. One time when he got beat the entire tournament. You can't. You did not get beat one time. One time. One time. He didn't get beat one time. The entire tournament. One time. He went a whole season without getting beat on the run at Liverpool, too. Did you say anything about that? Oh, Rudiger's better. Oh, Militao's better. Stop.
They won the Champions League.
You guys got referee call after referee call, and you know it. BN Sports brought out the lines, and Real Madrid's offsides, but it's fine because Real Madrid.
What Merseyside team is 2-8 against Real Madrid? Casey?
Who gets all the calls every year? We all know this. Ask Casey. He knows. He knows. Yamal had a legit goal against. Yamal had a legit goal against Real Madrid this year, and the Real Madrid fan who runs La Liga says, "Oh, we don't need goal line technology because it helps Madrid every time."
Not really. It's just a lot of money, and they don't want to pay for it.
Oh, it's a lot of money. They make billions every year.
Right?
They make billions every year.
I say we just get rid of it all.
You need to have goal line technology. That came before VAR. It was like 2014 they had goal line technology, and then VAR was in 2018. They've had La Liga is behind 10 years. 10 years.
And that's why La Liga is the best league.
You kill me sometimes.
It's because La Liga dominates the European
Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Argentina versus Colombia. I think Colombia's had a good run, but Argentina is going to be too tough in the final, and it will not be good for Colombia. I want Luis Diaz to go off, and I think he has a good shot because the outside backs of Argentina is probably their weakest spot in the whole team, so that could be something he could do. I mean, I want Colombia. I'd be fine Argentina because McAllister wins it, but I'd rather Colombia.
Yeah, I think Argentina gets this. I think they'll end up winning 3-2 probably. I think it's gonna be a higher scoring game just because. Well,
I don't know.
It could be. It's 3-2 or 2-1. It probably will end up being 2-1 just because both teams are gonna be really physical, and you never know what's gonna happen with that. But Argentina have the best player of all time, so they will end up winning. They have the experience, they have the players, they have the coach, and they have the form. They have everything they need to beat Colombia.
Colombia is in better form.
Hold on. I was just about to say that, Sam, if you didn't cut me off rudely.
Actually, I just want to say that was Caleb.
Well, both of you. Skunks.
See, we're more alive when there's us three.
Either way, Colombia's in really good form, but they don't have Lionel Messi, number 10.
And Casey, I want to ask you. Sam and I were having a conversation off camera. He was saying that right now, if he was playing in the final of Copa and he could pick like his players or whatever, he would pick Hamez Rodriguez over Messi right now.
Stop.
I said the same thing.
You're crazy.
In this tournament, based off of this tournament, yes, I would take Hamez right now.
The guy who gets subbed in the 60th every game. Come on, dude.
We're talking about this tournament. We're talking about this tournament alone. I'm not talking about like all time. I'm not talking about previously.
Yeah, right now, still Messi.
Talking about right now, in form. I'm taking Hamez in this tournament because he has been in form. He will win Player of the Tournament, despite if they win or lose this tournament.
Messi's gonna score.
He broke Messi's
gonna
record.
win, and he'll probably end up winning Player of the Tournament.
All right, in the comments, who would you rather have, Messi or Hamez, this moment right now? I feel like we know what the answer will probably be.
I think we know what the answer is. But...
Sam is kind of a hipster take with this one, but
based off of this, let me clarify in the comments. This tournament alone.
Okay,
We're not talking about prime Barca Messi. We're not talking about Inter Miami Messi or
let me ask
Messi
you this question.
or
Let
prime
me
Argentina
ask you
Messi.
this question. Let me ask you: is Lautaro better than Vinicius Jr. then? Because he has better stats.
In this tournament, yes.
Would you rather take?
I would take in this tournament in Copa right now. I would take Lautaro because he's in better form and he's playing a lot better. Vinny has been good for one game, and I'm a Real Madrid fan, and I'm saying this: him and Rodrigo have not been good this tournament. I hate to say it, they have not been good this tournament. Real Madrid's best player in Copa has been Valverde.
Yeah, but if I'm taking one for a final,
if I'm taking one for a final, yes, I'm taking Vinny in a final.
Oh, you just said.
But if we want to be smart and look at everything, and not just take what we've seen in the past, and we base it off.
Sam, let me ask you this: why are you taking Vinny for the final, if you could, over Lautaro?
Because Vinny's been in more finals, and Vinny's knows what the culture is in the final.
Because he's a better player, right, Sam? And he has more experience.
And we can say the exact same with Messi right now.
We've seen more experience and is a better player.
We've seen what Lautaro's done in the final. Lautaro was a ghost of himself with Inter Milan against Man City. He didn't do crap. Rodri shut him down easily. Lautaro has
Inter Milan deserved to win that game. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what game you're watching.
If Lukaku,
what?
You know, if Lukaku wasn't
they deserve to win the game.
If he wasn't playing for Man City, if he wasn't playing for Man City.
So you agree with me then? Okay, cool. Inter Milan deserved to win. Thank you.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say. Are you listening to this?
I would say
himself every single point.
No, I would.
This is we could change this to the contradictions podcast.
We need a contradiction counter for Sam.
No, I would just say no. Without Lukaku, they probably would have had a better chance of winning, but I don't think they would have won it still. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
the game has already happened. It's done.
Exactly.
Looking back, the 2 goals that Lukaku blocked were going in the net. And Man City scored 1 goal. So, by that logic, and they dominated the game. Man City didn't even...
It's more than 1.
Hey, it only takes 1
Let's ring out the blocks. 1 plus 1.
If I have 1 apple, and Caleb gives me 1 apple, how many?
Our predictions out. Why don't we shift over to the best game of the weekend? Versus LAFC. Let's switch over to that one real quick.
I don't think this was the best game. But
for the viewers that don't know,
you're right. It wasn't the best game. It was the most important game of the weekend.
The most important game.
No one cares about the finals. It's all about the crew and the
Hey. For those who don't know, the crew, we dominated our the team we played in the MLS Cup last year, which was a good match. But this one was even funnier because it was at their stadium. I mean, I always hear about the LAFC atmosphere, how they're diehard ultra fans are, going crazy all the time, throwing beers everywhere when they score a goal, which did happen at our stadium. They do so loud, and then even when we were destroying them, you could still hear them on TV, which is impressive. I don't know if many other stadiums that would be like that. Once it got to like 4 and 5, it was pretty quiet, but up until 3-0, I mean, and your fans are still cheering pretty loud. That's pretty impressive. But all in all, the crew game was exciting to watch. It was fun because we dominated them. We played them out of the park. We passed the ball around them a lot. Nagbe was instrumental, and I thought Christian Ramirez, he did get his goals, and I thought he was phenomenal. Other than the ball he could have played into Farsi, that would have led to probably a goal. Him holding it up and passing it to, I believe it was Moreira, who gave it to Cucho for that wonder goal. I mean, it was unbelievable. I thought Christian Ramirez was amazing. Nagbe was amazing, and Schulte had a couple saves too. I mean, there was that one where it was like 3 or 4 saves, but other than that,
he saved Bouanga.
Yeah. Bouanga was the only one I was really scared of the entire game because he had that first one in the first 5 minutes where he literally split Farsi and Moreira, and it's like if he does
I
that
was
again,
scared of
plus he's the one who
Bogusz.
scored against us in the final.
Yep.
I was scared of Bogusz.
No,
He's
he
been
didn't
on-
do. He didn't do anything.
He's been on a. No, going into the game, I was scared of him. He's been on a tear.
Sam, your boy Matan scored too.
He scored 2, but Ramirez barely. I don't know if he actually touched it or not, but
Ramirez
we're giving
got-
it to This podcast is giving it to Matan, so
They're giving it to Matan.
Well,
I'm
it
giving
could
it to
be.
Ramirez.
Well, if it's not a goal, Sam, it's an assist.
You know, I'm not the biggest Matan fan. He played good. He played a really good game. I can
and
admit
Sawatsky played well too.
I can admit when players I don't really like play good games, and both of those guys did play a really good game.
Yeah,
I will say that. My only grudge of the night was Hinestero, the boneheaded mistake. To be honest, he's been quite underwhelming.
Yeah, I was thinking of that word as well.
He's honestly, I don't think it's too early to call him overrated.
No. Maybe
exactly.
Pachuca rated him because they made us pay like $3 million for him.
Yeah. The man's played, 18 games, 2 goals, 0 assists, 1 goal in the CONCACAF Champions League. He was supposed to, come in and be something.
Well, who was he supposed to play over?
I don't know.
I think this is just a project signing.
He had 0 goals in CONCACAF Champions League. He had 0.
He started like 1.
He played in 6 and had 0.
I thought he had. He started 1 though. I know that it was like Tigres maybe.
I think he scored 2. He started 2 and he didn't do anything. He got subbed out at half.
He's still young though. I mean,
I think he's a project signing.
22.
If we lose like Cucho to some European team or something, he might be the next one to step. He might be the one that's to put in the lineup.
Yeah, we would just start.
I would say
Ramirez,
Russell
and then we'd
Rowe
start
would
him
be
on the left.
slotted in before that.
But
I'm not a huge fan of
Russell Rowe,
Rowe.
Ramirez, and Rossi would be a little clunky. There's not much connector.
Yeah. I think if we lost Kucha to Europe, we would just go out and whatever money we got for Kucha, we'd just go out and get a new big star.
That is a good question. How much do you guys think Cucho should be valued right now? 30 mil?
Like 20.
Don't look up transfer market yet. I want to hear your answer.
That's what I'm looking
I said
up right
20.
now.
I think like 20 mil.
I mean, the guy scored a hat trick the other day. He scored 2 last night.
But
he scored 2 last night.
Cucho played in Europe before he came here.
Right.
And he really wasn't great.
According to Transfer Market, his current market value is only $13 million.
Wow.
Yeah, because if you look at it, let's go back.
He's only 25, though. I mean, it's not like he's old.
But if you look at it, his highest scoring in Europe was when he played for Mallorca and when he played for Watford. He scored 5 goals, and he played 25 games and 22 games.
Watford played him on the wing, though.
Yeah, they were like a far left wing or far right wing.
For Watford was his best statistical stats. He had 25 games played, 5 goals and 2 assists. At Getafe, he played 23 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, and then at Mallorca, he played 22, 5 and 1. And this is Watford playing in the Premier League, and then playing in La Liga.
If Casey remembers how Watford was in the Premier League, it was not the prettiest sight.
Yeah, Watford pretty much just closed their eyes.
He really didn't play very much for us. That's why we sent him on loan.
They had Ismail Sarr, dude. Like he wasn't gonna play.
Yeah.
And Emmanuel Dennis
too.
Watford had the managerial style of a 5-year-old.
Hey, don't talk Chelsea fan. Don't talk Chelsea fan.
Okay, Chelsea's bad, but not as bad as that. Chelsea didn't fire their coach to then hire a coach.
Bad managers. We fire bad managers.
Watford was bad because they fired their coach, hired a new coach, and then fired him to bring the old one
as well. Maybe a couple in the between, but
Chelsea has not actually fully hired their coach back. Lampard just came back just to please the fans. That's really what it was.
What?
Lampard's second stint with Chelsea.
There's not much difference. Watford's a little more extreme, but Chelsea's on the same level.
It was just to please the fans. He was never going to stay more than a year.
If you think about all the teams in the world and them firing their manager, Chelsea and Watford are pretty similar, if you ask me. I don't think that's controversial at all.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, well, I mean, Watford does fire their coach all the time. I mean, even when he's in a good run of form, just like how Chelsea did with Tuchel as well. So,
well, Tuchel's problem was he lost the dressing room, And when you lose the dressing room, you pretty much just lost your job at that point.
Yeah.
Because no
But
one trusts you or likes you.
I thought Wilfred Nancy last night, he said that Cucho is one of the best modern attacking players in the world right now. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think that's a little extreme, or is he on par?
I would say in MLS, he's probably
MLS. He's
probably top 3, top 2. You know.
What about like North America or in South America?
Dude, I would probably say he's top 5.
Just because I think he was pointing that out because he does so much. Like some people, like I don't know, like Salman Rondon is someone who you could think of like one of the best attacking players in North America right now. He doesn't have that creative side like Cucho does. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's a different style.
Exactly.
He's a traditional 9. Cucho is not that traditional 9.
Exactly, but that's not how modern like Rondon's style of play is phasing. He's phasing out of the way he plays. I'm saying, it's phasing out. It's phasing out. Whereas Cucho's style is kind of more the general brand of strikers these days. He's not. He's a striker, but he's not at the same time.
I would say yes, in the fact that Casey is right. He is probably one of the best in MLS. In the world is a stretch.
No,
he's not even. He's close.
not. He's not up there in the world.
No,
otherwise, he would be in England, right? Or he'd be in.
Yeah, he would still be in Europe.
Somewhere in Europe, yeah.
Now it is interesting that he said that because if obviously seeing his goals and seeing his stats and things like that will draw attention from people in Europe and things like that, but pointing that out does not help. It does not help.
And we see MLS players get bought from Europe and their stats and their play doesn't translate to the European game, which I think hinders a lot of people. Now,
it depends.
Depending on where you go, depends on where you go though too.
Well, that's what everyone said about like Mickey Almiron, and then now look at him.
Mickey's doing pretty well.
He had a year or two where he barely played.
Yeah, he's a little bit different though, because his style fits the way they play in Europe.
Not old Newcastle, new version of Newcastle.
Yeah, I would love to see how Julian Carranza does in Holland. I think he fits where he went. He's young enough. He's that traditional 9, but he can play that more modern 9 as well. I think he's gonna probably slide in and take Santi's spot because I think Hamez is out. But the way it looks, because you just don't buy Carranza to replace him. I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
But Santi Jimenez, when he plays for Mexico, he's a completely different player.
I don't went over to Europe too.
Caleb Wiley, he won't play for Chelsea.
No, he'll be at Strasbourg.
Yeah,
he will never play for Chelsea.
He'll play for Strasbourg though.
Yeah, probably for the rest of his career. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and then kind of wrapping this fun episode up. We've been all over the place. Never really. Everybody's pretty much heard my spiel about it, but we really haven't talked to you two about it. And you kind of know where I'm going with this, but the state of the U.S. With the coach, with Berhalter being fired, I don't think we really heard your guys' top points on this. Who do you think? One, do you think it was the right move? 2, do you think it came too late? And 3, who are your ideal candidates to be?
Go ahead, Casey. You go.
Yeah, I mean, I was like I said in the last pod, he should have been gone before. He should have been gone a while ago. I said I don't know if he's going to get fired just because I know people in the U.S. Soccer Federation do like him, and it seems like he's a really good person in general, but he wasn't the right fit for us. I'm glad he was let go for this position. I think it was a little too late. You could tell that a lot of the players, some of the players didn't like him, like Gio Reyna, rightfully so. But you could tell that the players didn't really love him that much. They didn't give everything they had to U.S. soccer because of him. And we really need I mean, especially with the talent on our squad, we really need everyone to give everything they have for us to compete with these higher level teams. And that's kind of where we haven't been. So I think we have some talented players, but we need everyone to be bought in 100% in order for us to compete with the likes of Uruguay or in Argentina or any of the European teams that we just saw in the Europa or the Europe Championship. So in that sense, it should have been a long time ago. For potential candidates, I would have loved to see Klopp there, but he's too good for us, unfortunately. Honestly,
Anyone
I
could
don't
have
know.
seen that coming.
I don't know who's gonna come in, but I hope they can get that buy-in and that kind of connectivity that we've seen before with the U.S. team, but not under Berhalter.
I don't think Klopp would have done that because he can't implement his style in 2-week spans over 5 times a year or whatever the heck it is. I don't think it would have worked for him. And I don't think he would downgrade from the likes of Salah, Van Dijk, Allison to Pulisic and Matt Turner. So I think that was an obvious choice for him to say no because if I were him, I wouldn't take it either. It's not a job that would be interested to him, I think. And all the people pushing it, it was kind of like made me think you're like begging or something. Like, I don't know. It just seemed kind of gross to me. But yeah, obviously I agree with Casey with the Berhalter thing. 2022 World Cup should have been over. I've seen Berhalter been coach for the Crew and the U.S. and it's fine. I think we need someone who's like Bielsa or something, who is just a rugged like guy who doesn't let the other team score. I think that needs to be our way of playing from now on because players we have right now, I don't think we can play this slow possession style football. I don't think we have the players to do it, and especially when we have people like Robinson and Weah. Like, as much as I know Sam and other people wouldn't want to see a 5 at the back for like the U.S. team, I think that would fit a lot better with our setup of players because we just don't have it. I don't know what it is. We played horrendous at our home fields every time against Panama, and we barely beat Bolivia. We only beat them 2-0. And someone on that type of the footballing philosophy spectrum, like Bielsa or Simeone or someone like that, who's just rugged, who gets us, who fights through the game. Like the thing against Uruguay was embarrassing. You see, I guess Bielsa wasn't there, but you see the Uruguay bench, like they look fierce, and then you got Berhalter going, "Oh, it's 1-1 between Bolivia and Panama." It's like it's kind of gross to me. I didn't like it. And it's about the face, Berhalter. At first, everyone was like, "What the heck is this guy doing here?" I mean, other than Crew fans, maybe, but like they're like, "What is this guy doing here? He's just a MLS coach. Like he doesn't have a inspiring personality, really." And I don't know. It's like people into the game. It's too dull. I think for being the best team in CONCACAF and being rated 11th in the world, which I think was a little. I mean, looking at that tournament, we don't deserve that whatsoever.
The fact that we were ranked higher than like Uruguay and Colombia is shocking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it was our tournament. Like, just thinking about it, it's just a gross situation to me.
Oh, and I totally brought up the situation about this was our only bit of competition, and I think you guys probably heard it on the live reaction on the Uruguay game after the Uruguay game, in which I mentioned that this was our best competition to play up until the World Cup because we're going to be playing glorified friendlies for the next year and a half. And yes, I'm including Nations League in that too because we dominate them every time. Jamaica and Mexico every year. Panama's a hit or miss. Outside that stupid red card that way I got.
One thing real quick. Panama has an American coach. You guys know that, right? He's outplaying the U.S. with a worse team. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know him that well, but I know he's an American dude. That could be an option.
I think
it could be an option.
We did see potentially 2 candidates coach against each other yesterday, and Steve Cherundolo and Will Fernandes, which have been a lot of talk.
Yeah.
I'm in that situation. I'm leaning more towards Cherundolo. Yes, they got beat 5-1, but LAFC's defense is horrendous to begin with. You don't start Aaron Long.
I completely disagree with
their
you.
midfield and their defense is just trash. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since they lost Cephas and they've been playing Ilie as a 6, which makes no sense, they've been bad. I think Cherundolo, before Nancy took over with the crew, Cherundolo was probably the best coach in MLS, other than maybe Jim Curtin, which I don't think Jim Curtin would fit us at all. I like Cherundolo. He's played for the U.S. before. He's represented them in 3 World Cups. God, dude, shut up.
I think Nancy is the real candidate.
I would rather see Greg Berhalter at the helm for the 3rd time before I see Caleb Porter take the job. I'm sorry. I can't stand
I agree with you. But here's the thing. Nancy is the perfect candidate, but he's not going to do it, and I don't want that to happen.
I think Nancy would be a great coach. I think he would have the same problem Klopp has. He doesn't have enough time to implement his system. I don't think he has the personnel to do it because if you look at our team, they're kind of like
with the people that are more rugged.
I think Cherundolo could do it.
I don't think Cherundolo plays like that at all. I don't think Cherundolo plays like that at all.
The earlier LAFC teams were a lot. FC team was a lot like rugged.
And he didn't join on at the beginning of LAFC. He was joining on after a couple years.
Yeah, and he made them a little bit better. I think he did a better job than Bob Bradley did.
They also have,
but Cherundolo has tournament experience, so that's the thing. So does Nancy, but Cherundolo a little bit more because he's been in CONCACAF Champions League for a little bit longer, like a couple years. I think
Cherundolo would be a disaster.
He's a U.S. player. I think he could do a job.
I think it would be a disaster.
I will say this.
You're willing to put Steve Cherundolo as the 2026 World Cup manager. That's what you're willing to do. Because that's what it's going to be. If they're glorified friendlies, they're not going to fire him.
If Nancy says no, then yes. What'd you say? Oh, I'm coming. Wait, what?
Random
name. This is what we do. I think this is what Matt Crocker needs to do. Beg Jesse Marsch to come back.
It's not going to work.
Reconcile with Jesse Marsch. Beg him to come back because he was the best candidate to have as the U.S. men's national team coach when Berhalter was out after the 2022 World Cup.
But
they need to reconcile.
Why would
he
need to reconcile? The U.S. anyways?
You know what he just said, right? He literally.
I know what he just said. I know what he said at the press conference. Something drastic has to happen.
Like the guy that you just said has to beg him has to be gone. No, he has to be gone. He said he has to be gone.
I would honestly get rid of Matt Crocker, bring back Brian McBride, bring back Ernie Stewart, because they're the ones that wanted Jesse Marsch in the first place.
Let's get that Herv, whatever his name is. He was a lot better.
Perez?
The guy from No, the guy who was Saudi's coach. Herv, whatever.
Hervin.
I would rather have him. I would much rather have him.
I would take him.
You not feel it? We can come back.
You want to take the picture in the center of the pitch?
He would be a good coach because he's charismatic. He's got confidence. He's qualified both Ivory Coast and Saudi Arabia to a World Cup. He won a tournament with Ivory Coast.
You're forgetting a team, too. He won a tournament with Zambia.
Yeah, Zambia, too. He is a good coach. His contract's done after the Olympics with the women's French team. Let's go get him. I know Saudi Arabia threw money at him, and I know some other team threw some more money at him. I forget who it was. But he wants like $2 million from Saudi Arabia. We could offer him like $6 million.
Okay. We also just had a tournament. Where is that money not going to U.S. soccer at all? Is it not? The tournament that's about to happen tonight, some's got to go to them. There's no way they would do a whole. There's no way they would do a whole tournament and $0.
The World Cup's in America too.
Yeah.
Throw it to them. Give it to them. They're gonna make more off of that too.
Dude. Give him his money. Bring him in, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
and then bring his
tournament with what could actually be one of our better generations. Not our best by any means, but we still have quality players.
Bring his translator along too, even though none of them speak Arabic.
Well, he speaks French, so
no, he speaks English. I'm just joking around. Yeah. But that guy, honestly, video.
Let's just bring in the Olympic coach at this point. Once he's done coaching at the Olympics, after we.
Or how about this?
After we get embarrassed by France,
Bring in Xavi.
Oh God.
Like I said, we don't have the players to play like Xavi wants.
Let's bring in Thierry Henry at that point.
Okay, Thierry Henry would be good though.
Thierry Henry has said he would be interested in the job.
Perv.
Yeah,
Thierry was unproven.
Yeah, I would say that.
Better than Gerrard.
Oh God, no. 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 If I haven't said it already, no.
We get it, Sam.
I just needed to get that through your head.
All right, guys. Looks like that is going to be it for this episode of the Net to Net podcast. Please give us a like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all of our socials. Check out Skeleton, Caleb, and myself on our socials as well. And we will see you all in the next one. Peace.